welcome here to Falcon Field. It's day number 4 with some background music on, or maybe play the music off. So it's day number 4 of the 19th annual Forest Acres Classic. I'm on coffee number 2. Let's play 3 more today and let's finish out this great tournament. So for those who are unaware on the River Bluff side, considering this how it happened after the game with y'all yesterday, Flora did end up losing their game yesterday against Dutch Fork by a final score of 7-1. River Bluff losing by 6-1. So, how that works, since River Bluff will be welcoming in and playing the winners Dutch Fork in about 2 weeks, in the spirit of making y'all not play the same team four times in 2 weeks, we're going to try to limit that, and we put Coach Hallett and the Falcons against Coach Burnett and the Gators. So bear with us here. It's going to be a 5-inning game in the final game of the Forest Acres Classic. Before we go anywhere, let's see how these teams got there. River Bluff started off with a bang off of 3 home runs. They beat Oceanside Collegiate by a final score of 12-0. However, didn't get much better than that. However, they had a thrilling win over the Airport Eagles on Tuesday, putting them in sole possession of first place in the bracket on the third side. However, the Cavaliers would play spoiler and knock off the Gators 6-1 in 5, powered off 6 runs in the first 2 innings off of everyone batting in the first. The Falcons, on the other hand, have had not exactly the story they wanted to have here in this game. Well, comes off some thriller, but we'll get to that in a second. First game they played, 9-2 victory against the Bearcats of Brooklyn Casey. That next game, though, they were at the ballpark for over 5 hours as they played host to the Miller School in an instant classic at the Classic. It was an 11-inning affair where the Falcons ended up losing 7-4 in 11. Then yesterday, after going the distance against Miller, they were all shot, and the offense showed it. Only put up 1 run in 5 innings and lost 7-1 against the Dutch Fork Silver Foxes. So that's your quick recap of how the Forest Acres Classic has panned out for both these teams. It will just be this game first, then we're going to go to the Miller School and Dorman for our 2024 Forest Acres Classic champion. And then the end game will be the Oceanside Collegiate Land Sharks and, well, blanking for a second, Oceanside Collegiate and Dutch Fork Airport and Brooklyn Casey being eliminated. And we're set to go. Dutch Fork, River Bluff is your home team today, excuse me. So we'll be ready to rock and roll. They have B.J. Etheridge on the mound, a man who has not played in a long time. Etheridge is thought to be shut down by someone on the mound, but he is back out there and ready to rock and roll today, the lefty. This is his 4th start of the year where he's pitched 12 and a third innings, has only given up 1 run and struck out 21. He'll meet a Falcon lineup that looking to respond after the offensive just inabilities to score last time. We'll rock and roll. Leading it off for the Falcons is Tyler Hernandez playing catcher, Roper Wensky at second, Jack Chetwood at short, Zach Sneed at DH batting 4th, Charlie Scott in right field batting 5th. Rents Best will be on the mound for the Falcons. He's batting 6th. Evan Smith in center field 7th. Monty Lafitte, the first baseman, at 8. And Rohan Bremer at 9. But River Bluff in the field first. Let's meet the River Bluff Gators today. As I just said, B.J. Etheridge will be donning the bump today for the Gators. Batting second, or on second for them is Rocker Godwin. But in the 2, it's Colby Reynolds at first. Bill Hollins, I said, Rocker Godwin at second. Miles Profit will be playing the shortstop position. Jack Rivers will be at third. Garrett Sanders in left. Brennan Jackson in center. And not Garrett Sanders, I messed that up twice. The left fielder is Garrett Sanders. The right fielder is Stephen Collier. Excuse my inability to write again. As I said, going into this broadcast, coffee number 2 this morning, so we're rocking and rolling. So after the Gators have went 2-1 at the Classic, they come in today 10-7. The Falcons, after 2 straight losses, now fall back to even. They're 6-6 going in the day. This will be a 5-inning game today. Will be between these 2 teams. The only game that's going to go all 7 is our championship contest. That will come right after this one. Again, thank you for sticking with me through this whole Forest Acres Classic. We've got a couple more innings of baseball, so bear with me. We're going to have some more fun here as the wind is barreling down even harder than yesterday. And it's a little colder, going from the 80s to the 40s. How about that one? Welcome to South Carolina. Well, we'll start it off here. It's Tyler Hernandez going to be leading it off for the Falcons. He's playing catcher today after rotating between there and first base. He actually got the start on the bump earlier this week in his Falcons' only win. He comes in today hitting 1 for 3 off of 2 strikeouts last night. He's looking to start the Forest Acres Classic off hot. Well, the final game. It's a lefty on lefty here as Etheridge pinks the outside part of the zone for strike one, and we are underway here in game number 13 of 15. Let's rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me this early morning. That ball outside part of the zone, strike two, and Tyler quickly behind 0-2 against the left-hander who played his last season at Brooklyn Casey, where he led his team to a lower state championship appearance. Etheridge, 0-2, he'll deal. That ball way outside, ball one. Got to work the score bug, so forgot about that. Oh, the pitch count's probably not going to be accurate, so excuse me. 1-2, we go. The pitch, Tyler, does he offer? That ball is low. No, he did not. It's ball two. Etheridge is ready to walk it off. So due up at the inning, it's Tyler, it's Roper, and it's going to be Jack. Now ball's beaten into the ground right in front of Colby Reynolds. He has to come make the play at first. So holds the bag, and it's out number one. We are underway officially in Forest Acres, South Carolina. The Falcons are donning their all whites, their fourth straight different uniform combo. The Gators are in the green and gray here, even though they're the designated home team. Well, Roper Wensky will hit 2 for the Falcons, one of the hottest hitters here for AC Flora. However, Roper's kind of cooled off here in the Classic, only 3 for 11. That one is low from the left-hander. It's ball one to the right-handed sophomore for for AC Flora in South Carolina. What am I saying? Etheridge, not one to work slow here. He'll come home, swing and a miss, strike one. One win, one the count. One down here in the top of the first in this 5-inning game. That ball is low and away ball two. So Roper has drawn a walk here in the Classic. He's looking to bounce back again. He came in a lot hotter. He does still lead the Falcons in batting average, but he's lowered it below 400 for the first time this year. It's 1-2, and that ball's lifted into center right at, well, Charlotte center. Walker Godwin actually goes back and grabs it for out number two. It looked like he was going to have a little more carry. The wind may have taken it. Well, I'll bring in the sophomore, Jack Chetwood.
Number one, Jack Chetwood. Number one.
Chetwood, the shortstop. He's another sophomore here for AC Flora. He's looking to have a bounce-back night after last night's upsetting loss. He watches one go by on the outside corner against a left-handed pitcher. It's 0-1 here against Chetwood. Right-hander at the dish. He's showing flashes of brilliance here for AC Flora. Next pitch, he fouls it off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. However, Chetwood not having a great Classic here. He came off 0 for 2. He's 3 for 8 at the plate, but most of those hits came in the win on Monday. Chetwood and Etheridge both will step off and reassess the situation. If he gets that far on deck is Zach Sneed. He's returning to the lineup here after he's battling back from an ACL injury. He's looking good, though. Etheridge, the lefty ahead, 0-2. He'll come set, he'll wind, he'll deal. The pitch, that ball low, it's going in the right center field. Godwin going back, that ball's going to fall in front of the right fielder Collier. Falcons have a 2-out hit. Well, I said Zach Sneed was injured. He actually tore his ACL over the Labor Day weekend. He's officially been cleared to play. He's working himself back into this Falcon lineup. Well, 2-out base runner for AC Flora, but unfortunately they have not been able to connect on these opportunities this tournament. With the bases loaded against Miller, left second and third stranded. Again the fourth, and again the bases loaded in the 10th. Now that ball taken opposite field but foul into the forestry, and Zach is behind. 0-1 here to start the at-bat. Second lefty here in the lineup for BJ. This will give him the advantage here as lefty on the mound. He'll go home. The pitch, low in the dirt, ball one. That ball just gets away from Reynolds, but not far enough for Chetwood to make any attempt on it. Jack over there at first has 2 stolen bases. He has been thrown out once. Sneed on the young season for him. He's 2 for 7 with a couple of walks. That ball in the dirt. Good block there from Colby. Keeps it in front. That's ball 2. So 2-1 the count here as the Forest Acres Classic is continuing. Should be a fun one here in the Midlands. That ball low and away. That one kicks away from Reynolds. And Chetwood will scurry over to second. Again, as I said earlier, the wind is coming down a lot harder than yesterday. It was a very windy day yesterday. So any ball hit to the outfield, as you saw from Chetwood and from Roper, are going to get knocked down. So pay attention when it's a high hit ball. And if one of the fielders on either side drops one, cut them some slack. These are not easy conditions to play in, especially at 9 a.m. 3-1 the count, lefty to lefty. Deals home right down. Ooh, it's a balk. Never mind. So the pitch was nullified. That moves Jack all the way to third. Umpires have been all over the balk today, this tournament. They catch Etheridge there. And now the first run of the game is 90 feet away here for AC Flora. Both pitchers are shot. They're going to look for their starters all to go 5. 3-1 for the Walk King for AC Flora. Sneed swings through a 3-1 fastball right down Broadway. And the count is full. Well, Zach's still searching for his first RBI in the season. He led off for the Falcons all of last year and bagged 8. 3-2 the full count pitch. Strike 3 looking. Zach's not a fan. Etheridge grabs his first K. And we're scoreless to the top of the first. The most dangerous lineup in the Forest Acres Classic will come to bat. We'll be right back here on Definite Fiction to watch that all happen. Well, they're playing music all the way up to the batters, so we'll quickly go through the Falcon lineup. It's Rince Best on the mound, and behind the dish, Tyler Hernandez. At first, Monty Lafitte. Second base, Roper Wensky. Short, Jack Chetwood. Third is Rohan Bremer. And left is Miles. It's Matt Scott. Miles, what am I saying? Evan Smith in center, and Charlie Scott in right. At the plate, it's the catcher, Colby Reynolds. He grounds one on the left side. That will get Jetwood on the backhand. He throws across the diamond. Did he get him? Oh, my. Jetwood flashing the leather. One pitch, 1 out. Jack Chetwood showing off the skill set right there. This sophomore is promising for AC Flora. And Reynolds grounds out, beginning the day for the Gators. That brings up BJ Etheridge. The pitcher will be doing battle against the pitcher. So righty on lefty here, as Ren's the right-hander. First pitch to Etheridge, fouled back, 0-1. I'm going to ask you guys to ignore the pitch count. Jeff usually takes it off because I'm not really too sure what to do with it. Unfortunately for me, I Again, don't know what I'm doing here. 0-1 here to the lefties. He slices one foul down the left face line. It's now 0-2. So Rentz got the start today for the Falcons, but he's not known for his presence on the mound. It's only his 5th appearance in 4 innings pitched, no starts, even going back to last year. He's ahead on the talented senior, 0-2 though. As one could guess from the River Bluff side with that 11-inning affair, 5 pitches were used for AC Flora. The fastball is outside against the left-handed hitter. It's 1-2. The Falcons use 5 pitchers: Sam McCutcheon, Luke Shalcom, Hank Collins, Ryan Harrelson, and Charlie Scott in the 11-inning game. So there's not many arms left to throw there for AC Flora. It's 1-2 now. The pitch coming home. Caught 3. Strike 3 looking. Etheridge goes down, and Rentz has his first K.
Stepping to the plate for the Gators, first baseman, number 15, Bo.
Well, it goes from hard to impossible here as one of the best players in the tournament will step up, Bo Hollins. This tournament, Bo is 8 for 11 at the dish, a homer and 6 RBIs. Falcons will shade him to the right everywhere, including on the infield and the outfield. That's Jack Chetwood just playing up the middle, and the center fielder, Evan Smith, almost in right center field. The first pitch to Bo, outside, ball 1. So we saw how dangerous Bo Hollins could be in game number 1. He pushed a grand slam over against Oceanside. They just left a little too much of the plate. He hit that one lefty. We'll see if he does it here. It's the 1-0. The pitch swinging, strike 1. Runs through a changeup by Bo. Both teams are battling in the elements. It's not exactly a warm day here in Forest Acres, and I'm sure, especially after the Falcons nightcap, everyone is exhausted after 3 straight days of baseball. It's 1-1 and another swinging strike 2. That was up in the zone. Bo couldn't connect, and he falls behind 1-2. Bo has struck out 1 time in the tournament. Rentz looking for strikeout number 2 this inning. It's 1-2. The pitch way high. Bo watches it go. So Hollins is committed to play at South Carolina. He will don the garnet and black in the spring if he does not get drafted, which is a very real possibility. He's battling for that number 1 player in the state. The 2-2 fouled straight back at me, and we'll keep it there. So if it gets that far on deck, as you just saw, that's Miles Profit, the shortstop. Rentz looking to go 3 up, 3 down. What will be a scoreless frame for him. He's going to 4 earned runs over those 4 innings. Looking to keep one off the board here. Swinging strike 3. May have been foul tipped, but Rentz Best is a beautiful first inning. His best inning he's thrown as a Falcon this year by far. Strikes out 2. And gets Bo Hollins going down swinging. We'll go to the second here of this 5-inning affair. Don't go anywhere on Definite Fiction. Welcome back to the Midlands here in South Carolina. It's the final day of the 19th Annual Forest Acres Classic, Game 1, and Charlie Scott leading it off for the Falcons.
Number 18, Charlie Scott.
So the The Falcons currently have the only base runner of the game. They left Shannon at third back in the first. Etheridge, the lefty on the mound. First pitch to Charlie's low for ball one. Scott, the right-handed right fielder, looking to try to push a run across here for the Falcons early and get one on base. He slices that one foul, and he's behind one, or tied now 1-1, not behind. So the Falcons came into this Classic winning 6 straight. They won their first game, or 5 straight, won their first game, making it 6 before they dropped the last 2. River Bluff came in on the opposite. Foul ball back, and now it's 1-2. River Bluff actually came in losers of their last 3 of 4. They dropped 2 of 3 at Lexington. In the previous week, they came in on fire in the Forest Acres Classic, winning their first 2 before dropping the last one. Both teams looking to pick up a win and bring some momentum into next week where they return to region play. It's 1-2 now as Charlie watches that breaking ball stay outside. River Bluff, this will be the first time in over 3 years they have not won the Classic. 2-2, fouled back. They've won it in 2023, 22, and 21. They didn't play in 20. Miller won it in 2019. Our hosting AC Flora Falcons won it in 2018. River Bluff won it the previous 2 in 17 and 16. It's 2-2 here from Etheridge, who gets them down swinging. Strike 3 for Charlie Scott. It's a K to begin the 3rd inning. Or the 2nd, whatever it is. So Ritz, pitcher on pitcher again, as the right-handed pitcher for the Falcons will step in against the left-hander for the Gators. Rentz will swing a hot bat in the loss on Tuesday. Yesterday was unfortunate for Rentz. He only went 1 for 2. First pitch to Rentz is way outside, ball 1. The senior is starting to find his groove, though. He's picking it up here in the Forest Acres Classic. He's hitting 4 for 9. 1-0, the pitch swung on and fouled straight back into the netting. So on deck, the last batter, Etheridge, will have to face this inning no matter what, is Evan Smith. After that, the bottom of the order will come up for AC Flora if it gets that far. 1-1 the pitch, the curveball, swinging strike 2, and Etheridge shows off the filth. Etheridge was a great pitcher last year, held a 1.6 ERA for 56 innings pitched for the Bearcats. 1-2 the pitch, curveball just misses outside. Etheridge wanted that one. He started 12 games to hold a 5-3 record in their trip to the lower state finals. He's looking to strike out Rentz here. The 2-2, swinging strike 3, and he has 3 straight strikeouts. After allowing a 2-out base runner the last inning, Etheridge has slowed down and found it.
Number 29, the center fielder, Evan Smith.
Well, Evan Smith, the kid that can get hot, unfortunately is not right now. 2 for 10 here in the Classic, and he's trying to find his swing at the dish. There's 2 down here in the top of the 2nd, scoreless affair. First pitch to Evan right down Broadway, strike 1. It's a rare senior on senior battle here. The Falcons don't have many here in the lineup. 0-1 the pitch, the curveball stays. No, catches the outside part of the zone against the right-handed hitter. It's now 0-2. Etheridge is looking good right now. Trying to keep this game at bay. 0-2, here you go. Yeah, he did. Swinging strike 3, and Etheridge just struck out 4 in a row. All 3 swinging here in the 2nd. And the Falcons go down in order. We'll be right back here on Definite Fiction. But before that, while we take a break, I think we should thank our sponsors for a great annual Forest Classic. They've been sponsoring here Forest and the Definite Fiction all week. So we give them a big shout out. So the first of 2 is the Big Red Box Dumpster Company. They're a dumpster and container company, and they operate here in the Midlands. Both teams are here in the Midlands, so why should you call them up? Well, it's affordable, they're reliable, and they're efficient. They'll bring the dumpster to you, and you fill it up, and they'll take it away for you. How about that? It's, again, efficient, it's easy, and it's one of the best things about the Big Red Box Dumpster Company is what they're doing right here. They very much a big supporter of these Midlands athletes. So we're going to give a big shout out to the Big Red Box Dumpster Company and Chris Dorsey. That number on the screen is 803-783-6834. If you want to hit that number, you can call them or go to www.bigredboxdumpstercompany.com to book an appointment. Well, Chris Dorsey helps run that. He also runs the 215 Legion team. It's a local Legion team that operates in the Richland Forest Acres area. Why should you play Legion? Well, it's the best competition in the state, as well as it's free. Everyone plays Legion, including Rince Best and Evan Smith, that you just saw at the dish. And of course, the River Bluff had some Legion players as well, including Weston Grant, the man who's now at Francis Marion. Play Legion. You should play Legion. It's a great competition, and it's free. Thank you again for sponsoring the Forest Acres Classic, both the Richland 215 and the Big Red Box Dumpster Company here on Definite Fiction. Well, that usually does lead right into the next inning, so I'll take a second off, and we will be right back here on Definite Fiction. Welcome back here to Forest Acres. The last 7 batters in this game have been retired. Miles Profit will try to change that. He starts inning number 2 here against Rince Best, who had a great end of the first, striking out both Etheridge and Hollins. So righty on lefty is a left-hander at the dish, takes one right down Broadway for strike number 1. Again, thank you for joining us here on Definite Fiction. It's day number 4 of the 19th Annual Forest Acres Classic. The team looking for gold, the Miller School, has entered the fray. It's outside. It's ball 1 here against Profit. They will be playing 30 minutes after this game for the championship and be the 19th ever Forest Acres Classic champion. The 1-1 from Rince, swinging strike 2. And Rince seems to have his best stuff tonight, looking sharp on the mound through the first 3 and some change batters. It's 4, 5, and 6 here for the Gators in the top or the bottom of the second. The 1-2 way outside against the lefty. It's ball 2. Scoreless so far. Only been 1 hit in the game through the first 3 frames. River Bluff, the most dangerous offense in the tournament, trying to get something going here. 2-2, strike 3 looking. And Rince has his 3rd strikeout of the day. That one on the inside part of the plate, and Profit goes down. Well, the left fielder, Garrett Sanders, will now get a chance to step up. The next batter Rince has to face is Stephen Collier. He's on deck. I don't know why I keep saying Collier. It's Collier. Well, it's righty on righty here, and Sanders looking for his first hit for the River Bluff side, and he fouls that one back. It'll be 0-1. Sanders having a hot tournament as well. He's 4 for 6 at a grand slam in the win against Oceanside. Looking to continue that hot trend. He has 5 ribbies here for the Gators. The 0-1 way outside the curveball from Rince, couldn't find the zone. It's now 1-1 in this right-hander pitcher on right-handed batter matchup. Again, the wind is coming in strong, as you can hear from the right to left, so be careful if a ball goes into the air. That ball just inside. It's now 2-1 here. Now I can see off in the distance the Cavaliers have arrived as well. It's 2-1. The pitch from Rince. Right down Broadway. Strike 2 looking. Rince trying to do what BJ just did. And strike out 4 in a row. The 2-2 from the right-hander. That ball is sliced foul on the right field side going out of play. We'll have another one. So what's happening after this? Well, River Bluff will welcome in Dorman. The Cavaliers actually played them yesterday. They'll welcome in for 2. They'll go to Dorman on the Tuesday affair and then go to Thursday. The 2-2 is high and inside against Gators. It's going to be our first full count of the day here for the Gators. Looks like the we'll have to get that during a break. Looks like the umbrella, like one of the Velcro is coming in the frame, so I'll get that and put it out of frame. The 3-2, swinging strike 3, and Rince has 4 straight strikeouts here to begin the game. The only man who put one in play was Colby Reynolds on the first pitch of the game. And Jack Chetwood was the one doing the honors for him. That was a beautiful play by the shortstop Chetwood. Robbed of a hit, most definitely. Well, that brings up Stephen Collier back to the dish. Collier, the big right-handed slugger. He's looking to try to get some cracks here against Rentz. That one way outside from the right-handed pitcher. It's 1-0. Rentz is looking sharp on the mound. It's going to have to be to keep in the battle with Collier, who's hitting .233 this year. 1-0 the pitch. That one is high for ball 2. First time Rentz has really fallen behind a batter this game. It's 2-0 in the count, 2 down here in the top of the second as the third one runs in on Collier, and his path to first opens up. On deck, if it gets that far, it's designated hitter Connor McIntyre. Rentz is yet to allow a base runner here. Collier wants to be the first. The 3-0 is high for ball 4, and Rentz, after 4 straight strikeouts, throws 4 straight balls to Walt Collier.
Stepping to the plate, designated hitter, number 17, Connor McIntyre.
And that brings up Connor McIntyre, who's played limited here in the Forest Acres Classic. He is 0 for 1 so far, and he's only 0 for 2 on the season. So McIntyre getting the start here. River Bluff going to their bench. First pitch low, ball 1. Rentz has now thrown 5 straight after striking out Garrett Sanders. See if he can find the zone. And it is cold. That grip is probably not getting any easier for Rentz on the mound. Low 1-0 is low, ball 2. Collier has yet to steal a base here in the Classic this season. He's stolen a couple. And by a couple, I mean 3. And just showing you how well River Bluff hits, don't have to move people over. Collier is the team leader. Put that in perspective, Charlie Scott leads the Falcons with 6 stolen bases this year, which is double what Collier has, and they've played 5 less games than the Gators. It's 2-0. Rentz looking for the zone here. The pitch looks to be right down Broadway, and it is called for strike 1. That ends the streak of 6 straight balls here for Rentz. 2-1, 2 down here in the top or the bottom of the second. 0-0 score here at Falcon Field. Rentz will go home with it. That ball stays high. McIntyre looking for his first appearance on the base pass this year as a hitter. Rentz will step off and look Collier back on deck if he can get up. It's the third baseman, Jack Rivers, who was on the mound for River Bluff in the loss yesterday. Rentz will now throw back to first. Collier slides back in safely. Collier, geez, I don't know why I keep doing that. Collier slides back into first. Well, it's 3-1. Rentz is in danger of walking back-to-back men. That one's right down Broadway, and it's slapped foul going down to play. Monty Lafitte giving chase, and it will hit out of play towards the Falcon bullpen. Well, it's a full count pitch here yet again for Collier. Rentz has struck out 4 and walked 1 here through the first 6 batters. Looking to get McIntyre out and give the offense a chance to respond here for AC Flora. Collier runs the 3-2. That ball lifted down the left field line and foul. Defensive swing there from McIntyre. So with the 3-2, Collier can be on the move, and as we said, he has some speed to spare, so McIntyre can gap one here. Collier would almost always score. No holds from Monty. He understands the situation. It's a full count pitch. Runner goes. That ball is found yet again, and we'll do it one more time. McIntyre showing a lot of fight here. Both McIntyre and Best on the mound have limited experience in their respective roles here right now. Again, this is Rentz's only 5 appearance, and he's working into his 6th inning of work for the Falcons. McIntyre, his 3rd AB of the season. It's 3-2. Collier goes the pitch. Walk call. Strike 3 in the outside part of the dish. And Rentz strikes out 5 here in his 5th appearance in the Falcons in his first start of the year. It's tied scoreless going to the 3rd. We'll be right back here on Definite Fiction. Welcome back here to Definite Fiction. It's the day 4 of the Forest Acres Classic, and we are through to scoreless 2, I might add. So Etheridge on a string of 5 straight strikeouts. He'll get 8, 9, and 1 here in the third. Leading off for the Falcons is Monty Lafitte. Monty got caught up from JV just recently. He's been playing a lot here for the Falcons. This is a strict 6 straight game he's made an appearance. Lefty on righty here. Etheridge throws one, and Monty fouls one off. We are underway here in the third. I'm not sure that the tie rules work. I'm assuming it's the same as yesterday, so you can tie after 5 innings. Next game between Norman and Miller will decide the championship here in the 19th Annual Forest Acres Classic. The 0-1 swinging strike 2. Monty, one of the talented sophomores on this team. He's played third and first. He also can pitch, so he has an arm. The Falcons need one later in this game. The 0-2 from Etheridge. Outside and wide, ball 1. So lefty on righty here is Etheridge. Working into his third inning of work. Again, this man can work long. He was a starter for Brooklyn Casey last year. 1-2 from Etheridge. Ball outside. Monty does not offer fully. He holds it up, and it is 2-2 here. Monty is 1 for 5 with an RBI here in the Forest Acres Classic. He's even at 1-2 as he fouls that one, or 2-2 as he fouls that one off, and we'll play one more. Do it for the Falcons this inning. It's Monty Lafitte, Rohan Bremer, and Tyler Hernandez in the inning. The 8, 9, and 1 for AC Flora. Both AC Flora and Bluff have managed 1 base runner in this game. Falcons got it on a Jack Chetwood single back in the first. The Gators had a 2-out walk just an inning ago. It's 2-2 the count. Etheridge, the lefty, will deal home. Swinging strike 3, and he has strikeout number 5 in a row. The last 4 via the swing. Well, Etheridge all of a sudden has settled down after the 2-out single and is looking very solid. Well, Rohan Bremer with the party song as his walk-up steps up. Rohan, the young freshman who got caught up from JV very recently and got put in some big spots on his ball 1. A veteran at bat against Browman for the Miller School in their game between the two squads. He draw a walk. That got him on first. That one just misses low. It's ball 2 against a talented freshman. Other than that, Bremer he's 0 for 1, and that was being his walk. On deck again is another talented sophomore, Tyler Hernandez. Bremer's ahead 2-0 here to lefty on righty, as Etheridge throws a breaking ball right down Broadway for strike number 1. Etheridge coming to the Chippewa College this year. Bremer still beginning his high school career as he fouls that one back into the glove. It's 2-1 on the pitch that was low in the zone. It's this veteran versus rookie kind of feel here as Etheridge breathes out. He delivers the 2-2 and swinging strike 3. Etheridge in danger of striking the side out yet again. He's now at 6 on the game. This is the first time through the order. And we're against Tyler Hernandez. Tyler was the few to put into play, but wasn't far into play. Was beaten into the ground right in front of the catcher, Colby Reynolds, who threw him down at first with little resistance. Well, there's 2 down here in the top of the third. We're still scoreless. Etheridge bounces one in there for ball 1. And again, another lefty-on-lefty matchup here for Etheridge and the Gators. The 1-0 pitch, they're right down the middle, and Tyler just gets a piece of it. It's 1-1. As I said, Hernandez is one of the hottest hitters, but this kid is patient as well. He leads the team in walks. He watches the breaking ball go outside. It's 2-1. That was a good pitch from Etheridge right there. Just Tyler laid off. Tyler's hitting .394 today, just behind Roper. It's 2-1 with 2 outs. The pitch, ball bouncing to the right side. No one's covering first. Holland goes over. Now Etheridge goes and covers the bag, and he got him. Nice play from Etheridge. Looked like he was going for that ball, had to reroute last second. He just beat a throw out at first, and that will do it here in the third. The Falcons go 3 up, 3 down. Etheridge strikes out a pair. We'll go to the fourth, or the bottom of the third, right here on Definite Fiction. Welcome here to the bottom of the third. The Falcons are the first one showing the wounds of battle. Renz, after 2 scoreless innings, will slide over to left. And the freshman, Hank Shalcom, excuse me. Hank Collins is their player. He'll step in and throw a ball outside. Shalcom is a right-handed freshman. We saw his brother pitch 2 phenomenal innings earlier in the Classic for the Falcons. He pitched 3 innings total over 2 appearances here. Now his brother steps in and puts a curveball in there for his first strike of his high school career here for varsity. That's Henry Shalcom on the mound, not Hank. He's the younger brother of Luke, looking for some action here. That ball is low and away. What the Forest Acres Classic will do, though, will bring kids that haven't got a chance to pitch on varsity because you only played 2 or 3 games a week. This is game number 4 for AC Flora, and, inning number 5 after they went 11 just 2 days ago. 2-1 the pitch. That ball hard hit on the ground left side. Chetwood has it on the hop. The sure-handed sophomore throws one wide. It's an error after he made a phenomenal play earlier in the game. Throws one wide to Tyler. Leadoff runner is aboard.
Up to the Gators, second baseman, number 9, Walker.
Oh, in a game that's hard to feel your hands. Chetwood trying to blow some hot air on him. And now there's reaching on a single is Jack Rivers. He'll get pitch ran for almost immediately.
Gators, number 10, Alex Robbins.
So Alex Robbins, the senior, will come in and run. He's more known for his stuff on the mound. Instead, he'll get a pitch running duties here as the 9-hole hitter. Walker Godwin will step up. Jack Rivers, that is an actual pitch runner here for the Gators. There is some action in the bullpen for River Bluff. That's number 25 getting warm. I'll have to give you that second. The first pitch showing bunt. Shalcom throws one low and away, ball 1. Number 25 is Ray Kastner. The left-hander getting loose right now. Nobody gone, and the runner on first here in the bottom of the third. Rivers reached on there, and now he's getting pitch ran by Robbins. Shalcom will look him back at first and throw over there. So Rance's final line, he pitched brilliantly. Went 2 scoreless innings, gave up no hits on no earned runs, and struck out not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 Gators through 7 batters. Next pitch, the curveballs. That's an attempt, and it's strike number 1. Godwin tried to bunt. The curveball fooled him. Nice pitch there from Henry. Walker looking for the Gators' first hit of the day. Their only man to reach bases was Jack Rivers on the air from Chetwood. Third base, Rohan Bremer crashing in. He shows bunt. Gets that down to the right side. Only play for Shalcom will be at first. He gloves it and flips it over for out number 1. But the sacrifice bunt does work. River Bluff has their first runner in scoring position.
Catcher for the Gators, number 8, Kobe Reynolds.
Well, it's now back to the top of the order we go here for the Gators. Colby Reynolds will get the duties now. He grounded over to Chetwood, who made a beautiful backhand stomp in the first inning. Now he's looking for reversing his fortune. Barely get his name out, but Reynolds now is 4 for 10 here in the Classic with an RBI, a walk, and he got hit by a pitch. Runner on second, 1 down here in the bottom of the third. We're still scoreless at Falcon Field. The host team playing the defending champs who will not be defending in a couple hours. First pitch to Colby, caught looking on the outside part of the plate in this right-handed matchup. It's 0-1. So good crowd here. However, everyone's pretty much bundled up in jackets and blankets as the wind makes this game in the 40s not as fun as it may seem from you guys watching back at home. Oh, now it's Colby Reynolds and B.J. Etheridge who are due up, barring a double play here. Henry ahead, 0-1 the pitch. That ball in line down the right field line. That's going to be a base hit, and that will score the runner from second. Robbins takes the turn. He will score with Charlie Scott to run that ball down on the right field line. He was playing in right center. And Reynolds has a 1-out RBI double. So it goes unearned against Henry. And River Bluff grabs the 1-0 lead here in the third.
Running for the Gators, number 13, Hayden Cushman. Number 2 at the plate, pitcher B.J. Etheridge.
So I think Hayden Cushman will go and run for the catcher Reynolds. And they'll bring up the left-handed B.J. Etheridge, the first lefty that Henry will have to face in his young Falcon career. So now that runner on second is attached to Henry. He's yet to give up an RBI, but that was the first hit of the game given up by AC Flora. The first pitch is the curveball that had a lot of break on it, but just broke a little too late. And now the catcher, Lucas Beal, will go back. So I missed that. Lucas Beal comes in at catcher, and Tyler Hernandez went over to first. I think that is Monty Lafitte at third, and not Rohan Bremer. Falcons making a couple of defense substitutions that went beyond what I was able to see. So I apologize. It's 1-0 now here against a two-hole lefty. River Bluff just grabbed the 1-0 lead after a one-out RBI double. They're looking for more. Next pitch in the dirt for a ball 2. Well, for young Henry, it doesn't get much easier after this. Bo Hollins, the hulking left-handed switch hitter, will be back up, barring a double play. Henry looking the catcher back at second now. He fouls that one off on the pitch to Etheridge at home. It's 2-1. Etheridge was frozen, strike 3 looking back in the first by Rent's Best. He's trying to find some success here against Henry Shawcombe as this third inning rolls along. A 2-1 offer here. The curveball, great pitch. Etheridge fights it off to stay alive down the right foul line, and it's going to be 2-2. That was my first glimpse at Henry this year, and that curveball has a lot of movement. However, it is slow, so if he hangs it over, or some of these good hitters here on the River Bluff lineup may put it over the fence. One down here. The 2-2 coming home from Henry. That ball swinging strike 3. The changeup got Etheridge to swing through it. And there's now 2 down in the third. Nice pitch there from Henry. Been throwing heat in the curveball, and then throws the changeup for the first time. And River Bluff not ready. Now the shift is back on here for AC Flora. Everyone shifting right. Chetwood playing pretty much right up the middle. Roper and the first baseman Tyler Hernandez are back in the outfield grass. And the right center fielder Evan Smith over to right center. Charlie Scott basically playing down the line. First pitch to Bo Hollins. Here's a grounder over to second. Charging that hard is Roper. He'll have time. He'll flip it over to Tyler for out number 3. So one pitch went out to Bo Hollins, and the River Bluff threat is kept at 1, but the RBI double from Colby Reynolds brings home the first run of the game. It's a 1-0 lead for River Bluff, and we'll be right back here on Definite Fiction for the next. Welcome back here to Falcon Field, and now it's River Bluff who's going to their bullpen as the 4th inning begins.
Stepping to the plate for the Falcons, number 7.
2 coffees just caught up to me, so having to hustle back here. Roper Wensky will greet the newly in left-handed pitcher. All right, Ray Kastner is here for the Gators. This is his second appearance of the year. First one, he went a full 5. First pitch to Roper is right down Broadway, and it's 0-1. Whew. Next pitch to Roper in the dirt. Good eye from the sophomore. And it's 0-1. Next pitch, that ball slotted over on the left field side. Profit, the shortstop, has it with a hard throw to first for out number 1.
Number 1, the shortstop, Jack.
Well, Jack Chetwood has the only hit in the game for the Falcons. He put one through the hole on the right side of the infield, if I'm not mistaken. And he swings through a 0-1 pitch, or make it 0-1. That ball is way outside for ball 1, and it's 1-1 the count. It's 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Falcons this inning. That's Roper, Jack, and Zach. Right now, there's already one down here as Jack Wiley swings the ball in the dirt, and it's the new put-in catcher. I think it's Reynolds still catching, even though he was pitch ran for. Umpire dusts off home plate, and I'll tell you a little about Kestner. Kestner has 1 appearance this year, pitched a full 5 innings, and allowed 3 runs off of 4 hits. He struck out 4 and walked 2. Falcons going to try to get to him as this game goes into the back half. 1 and 2 beaten to the ground. It's going to be Miles Profit at shortstop again. He'll make the jump throw to first for out number 2. Well, Zach Sneed will get the chance to try to bring in a hit here in the 4th. Falcons have now had the last 9 people come up and the 9 people put down. The hitting that came in hot to this tournament has suddenly gone cold for AC Flora. First pitch to him right down Broadway as Zach swings through it. It's strike 1. Also, after the Falcons finish here in the Classic, they return to Irmo next Tuesday to play against the Yellow Jackets. They'll have them at home that following Wednesday, and then they'll play here Friday and Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of action for AC Flora in the week to come. It's 1-1 here against Sneed, who fouls that one back. It's a lefty on lefty here, and it's now 1-2. Falcons in danger of going down in order for the 3rd straight inning. Now the shift is on. They're going to shade Zach to the right, just like we all shaded Bo. The 1-2, that ball beat into the ground on the right side. It's a grounder to Godwin, who will make the easy play over to first. River Bluff tired the last 11 batters that came to the inning for AC Flora. They lead at 1-0. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. For that, though, I'm going to take a breath and take a second to thank our sponsors at least one more time before this game ends. The first up is the Big Red Box Dumpster Company. They're a dumpster and container company that operates here in the middle of South Carolina. So why should you look at them? Well, they bring the dumpster to you. You go fill it up, and they'll take it away from you. How about that? It's efficient, it's easy, it's quick, and they are great customer satisfaction rating. Great with customers, great ratings. They support the Midlands athletes, as you can see right here. So hit up the Big Red Box Dumpster Company. They're a phenomenal organization run by a phenomenal person. I want to thank them again for sponsoring this whole Forest Acres Classic, because Coach Forrest is actually using 2 of his organizations to sponsor it. The other one is the free, yes, you heard that right, free American Legion team, the Richland 215. The 215 operate here in the Richland area. They're an American Legion team, which means they play during the summer. So how about that? It's free baseball in the summer, and why should you care? Well, it's the best competition we have to offer. Some of the best high school players who are returning for their senior seasons will come and play Legion, like Rent's best Evan Smith, and some great recent graduates, like for the River Bluff Gators, Thomas Powell put for the Blowfish, excuse me. It was Weston Grant who played for the Lexington Post Seveners this year. So play Legion, it's free, it's easy. Hit that QR code on your screen and get signed up right now to play Legion Ball. We'll take that off the screen for you and not forget this time is River Bluff will come up here in the fourth. It's 4, 5, and 6. Prince had a 4-batter inning, but he faced this lineup in the 6th. Miles Profit here will lead it off for the Gators. We're set to begin the bottom of the 4th in this 5-inning game. Dorman and Miller are warming up currently right now. So righty on lefty here is the freshman working into his 2nd inning in his first appearance here for the Falcons. Throws one in the dirt. It's ball 1. Profit, he struck out looking back in his first at-bat. He faces Shalcom now and ropes one right over Roper-Wensky's head for a single. So Profit has his first hit here of the day. He now moves to 4 and 10 here on the tournament. There'll be a chance to try to bring him home. Well, that will fall on Garrett Sanders, who already has 5 RBIs. 4 of those came on the grand slam he had on Monday. He's looking to get to the freshman here. Already 1 run come across from the Gators. It was unearned, though, as that run came across via the air. Now runner goes, throwing down the bunt. Pitches a called strike. I think that throw in his second way late as Jack Chetwood just come over to the second base side to reel it in. Now it is 0-1, so it was called a strike, but Profit does swipe second. We're both looking to add some insurance here as we go after we go to the 5th in this 5-inning contest. Wind is really coming in now from right to left across the diamond here in the morning. Sun's still coming up. It's 0-1. Now that bunt gets down. Runner will go to 3rd. Henry's only plays to 1st, and he'll make it. So 1 down here as the runner goes to 3rd.
Right fielder number 5, Stephen Collier.
Stephen Collier now gets his crack at it. The River Bluff team are the defending Forest Acres Classic champions and the defending 5A champions. They lost a lot of talent, though, and going 3-1 in the Classic here against top competition in the state would really get them back on track. It's now Stephen Collier back up. He walked back in the 2nd on 4 straight pitches from Rentz. He'll get his first cracks here against Henry. It's righty on righty here. Henry going to throw one down. The curveball finds his own for strike number 1. That's a beautiful breaking ball from Henry. Again, it's a little slow, so he's got to be careful if he hangs it. There's 1 down. Second insurance run over on 2nd. Looks like another new man for the Gators is warming up in the bullpen. I'll get you that number in a second. Currently, though, it's 1-0 here in the right-handed matchup. 1 down. He's posed a fastball by Collier into strike 2. Henry looking for 2 solid innings of work. It's got to go through Stephen Collier and then potentially Drew McIntyre to do it. The 0-2 coming home, and that ball, beautiful put, strike 3. Collier goes down looking. Shalcom, I said it's a breaking ball that has a lot of movement. It fooled Collier right there. Now 2 down here for the DH, Connor McIntyre. Right-hander on right-hander. First pitch called ball just high and outside. McIntyre's 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking back in the 2nd. He hits his first cracks here against Shalcom. The 1-0 is beaten into the ground and foul, making it 1-1. Looks like that is Hewitt in the bullpen for Bluff. I don't even have him on my sheet. He did bow back and sit down. So this may be another inning for the reliever here from River Bluff, Kastner, to go. It's 1-1, 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. That pitch hard hit over to right side. Roper at 2nd has it. He kicks it at 1st, but he grabs it quickly and retires the side. So Shalcom On the for Strands, another runner at third. The leadoff base runner does not come to pass for the Gators. And we're going to go to the last inning in this 5-inning affair. The Falcons looking to not be held scoreless here tonight and push the tying run across. There's one final chance for the Falcons here to try to put the tying run across. They now turn it over to 5, 6, and 7. Charlie Scott will be the man to lead it off here against the left-handed Kastner. Kastner have Charlie, Renz, and Evan here in an effort to push a run across. Kastner will work into his second inning. See if he can finish this game for the Gators. The first pitch is right down the middle, but a little low for ball one. Charlie trying to get back on the right track. He's 2 for 12 in the tournament. That pitch is sliced over and a soft liner over to Bo Hollins on the right side at first base. It's out number 1. Looked like Charlie checked his swing there, but unfortunately got put into play. There's one gone here in the top of the 5th for Renz Best. So the game, I think, is going to start at 11:30 between Dorman and Miller. I don't think it's 30 minutes after this one, so stick around if you want to watch the championship of the Forest Acres Classic from Kastner. The first pitch to Renz, it's lefty on righty. It's fouled back into the netting. And man, they do play these songs long into the at-bats. Well, Renz has the only homer for the Falcons this year. Trying to put a tying one across. That ball is hit sharply over to the right side. It's Walker Godwin, the second baseman, who gets the out. The Falcons are officially down to their final out of the game. We're moving quicker than the Rabbit here in the Rabbit and the Hare. We're about to finish this game in close to an hour. Just past 10 as the last chance hope for the Falcons steps in. It's Evan Smith on deck. That is number 16 for the Falcons. That ball hit hard down the left field line. Foul ball. Nowhere to go. So Evan, again, he's trying to break out of his mini slump. He's now 2 for 11 here in the Classic with an RBI. On deck for the Falcons, that's Paul Choate, the junior, getting some action here. He got him at bat yesterday, but I think he was remained hitless, if I'm not mistaken. That ball is skied right side, slicing towards out of play and foul toward the Miller team. So the Falcons all of a sudden are down to their final strike here in the Forest Acres Classic. The team will have unofficially finished in 6th place as the host team. I mean, this team is young and old, but the Fats have gone cold here in the Forest Acres Classic. They've only scored 1 run in their last around 15 innings of play. The 0-2 coming home to Evan. That ball just outside. Did he go? No, he did not. Evan held it back. Brings it to 2-1, and he stays alive. Kastner working some great innings of work. He's 5 up, 5 down so far, looking to get the 7-hole hitter for AC Flora. 20-2 with 2 gone. That ball is bounced into the dirt. Good stop from Reynolds, and we'll play another. River Bluff would unofficially, I feel like they'd finish 3rd in the tournament, maybe 4th, depending on the run differential. Dutch Fork will play Oceanside after this is decided. The 2-2, 2 out. That ball is sliced into right center field. First, left center fielder was shading him over, and that ball looking up. It's off the wall. Evan Smith just missed a homer. He will stand in with a double, a 2-out double. Well, unfortunately, no one was on base for Evan, and that ball kept carrying. It looked like it was going to drop quick, but it just kept carrying to the wall. And if there was no netting in the, behind the center field wall, that would have been a homer. There's a 2-out base runner now for the Falcons, who that is the tying runner. And now it comes up to Paul Choate, who's going to pitch hit for Monty Lafitte. I guess that is the Lucas Beal spot now. It's a long, winding list of changes. Well, no, never mind. Lucas is at third. That is for the spot for Monty. A lot of changes made to the Falcon lineup in the 4th inning. I think it's actually the 3rd, might I add. First pitch to Paul. Caught looking on the outside part of the zone. Strike 1. Falcons have been held to 2 hits in this contest. One by Jack Chetwood and the other by Evan Smith. It's 0-1 with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th, the final inning of game number 1 of day 4. Next pitch to Paul is hard hit on the ground, and Miles Profit at short. Profit gloves it, he'll flip it to first, and it's out number 3. And that will do it here in the Forest Acres Classic for AC Flora. River Bluff will win this one by a final of 1-0. It was an unearned run that came across back in the 3rd inning. Jack Chetwood through the air, and an RBI double from Colby Reynolds brought him home. So the Gators go 3-1 in the tournament. The Falcons go 1-3. Falcons again will return to action on the road at River Bluff. Or not River Bluff, at Irmo next Tuesday. River Bluff will return to action at Dorman next Tuesday. We wish both teams good luck in the future. For River Bluff, I don't think we'll see y'all again. Thank you for joining us for the, I think it was your 8th straight Forest Acres Classic. So appreciate you guys coming out here over again. It's been a lot of fun. The first time since 2019, they will not see your team walk away with a championship. So quickly, I'm going to do this because I think it's going to be fun for me. I'm going to give my all-team tournament, I'm going to give one from each team. And the 2 teams that are eliminated, I think it's Shane Hanna from Airport, and I would give it to Rylan Bullis from the Bearcats. For the AC Flora, I think it has to be Tyler Hernandez going 5 for 13 in the tournament, 1 RBI, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Tyler got the win on the mound and the only win for AC Flora. So we're actually going to do that right now, given the all-tournament teams. For River Bluff, I'd have to give it to Bo Hollins. I mean, talked about him and raved about him this whole tournament, but the kid showed up and showed out. He was 0 for 2 today, but went 8 for 13 with a homer, 6 RBIs, and only 1 strikeout. If I had to give it to anyone else, Colby Reynolds would be a man I would not hate to see it. 5 for 11 with an RBI, a walk. Well, 2 RBIs now, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Well, I think those are the 2 I would give it to if I was Coach Hallett. But I'll let him do the honors now, and we'll see who gives the all-tournament team to.
All right, gentlemen, now is the time for the awards. First for AC Flora, All-Academic, Rents Best.
So for those who do not know, there's an all-academic squad, which Rents is going to get. I've mentioned him throughout the tournament, but there's also an all-tournament who has been the best player in the tournament for each team.
All-tournament team, Rents Best.
Well, I'll give it to Rents. I don't hate the pick either. Rents went 4 for 11 in this tournament, was unable to bring in an RBI, though. He did pitch 2 scoreless innings on the mound and did not allow a hit, so shout out to Rents, who got caught on in relief for this game.
Rents. Now for River Bluff, All-Academic, Alex Robbins. And all-tournament, Bo Hollins.
Oh, shocker of all shockers, Bo Hollins wins the all-tournament. Already said his stats, but he went 8 for 13 with a homer and 6 RBIs.
It's been a great week of baseball.
Well,
the City of Forest Acres and AC Flora High School.
That will do it here on Definite Fiction for AC Flora's final game of the Forest Acres Classic. Me and Jeff will be back here for lacrosse next week, but if you want to see some baseball, we'll be returning to action on Thursday at Irmo here at home. We'll play on the road as well against them on Tuesday, so be careful with that. We have all the rest to River Bluff. Thank you for joining us here for, again, your 8th straight Forest Acres Classic. We enjoyed having you and watching a couple homers hit, especially in that first game. They finished on a score of 3-1 and jumped to 11-7 on the year as they return to region play. AC Flora drops to 6-7. My name has been Alex Ross. Thank you for joining me. It'll be the championship game here on Definite Fiction after this. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you for joining me yet again.